That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? You know, in March, had a big day coming in March of, I believe, 2027.
Yeah.
Where we were going to get Godzilla X Kong Supernova opening on the same day as the live action Zelda movie. Now, I am somebody who believes that multiple big movies can open on the same day, provided there's enough of a difference between the target demographic. And a live action Zelda and a Godzilla X Kong movie, I think there's a lot of overlap there. So it wasn't with tremendous shock that it has been officially announced today by Sony and Nintendo that the Zelda movie has officially been delayed by 6 weeks. Not too much time. And the reason they're giving is complete bullcrap. Anyway, the folks over at comicbook.com wrote this. The live action movie based on Nintendo's Zelda franchise has been officially hit with a delay. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be a significant one, at least not at this point. Instead, Nintendo confirmed in a post on Twitter that the movie has been pushed back by 6 weeks, not 6 months. A new release date of May 7th, 2027 has now been announced. Given the short delay time, it's possible that this was merely a scheduling issue, but Zelda creator Miyamoto says that the extra time will be dedicated to work on the film's quality and helping it to live up to the standard of the series. So basically, the Zelda creator is saying, oh, we delayed it so we can use the time to make the movie even better. Shut up. You don't move a movie that's coming out in 2 years by 6 weeks. 6 weeks isn't even enough to do a little color correction. That's nonsense. If they had moved this movie by 6 months, maybe they are like, you know what? We thought this method was going to work and it's not. We're going to need another 6 months to get this movie. Maybe 6 weeks. Bullcrap. I will tell you why they moved this movie, Rob. Because they didn't want to open on the same day as Godzilla X Kong Supernova. And I don't blame them. One of them needed to move. They're just going after the same demographic. And by moving by just 6 weeks, if you really wanted to fly with the excuse, oh, we just wanted more time to make the movie extra good. 6 weeks, 2 years out. Sorry, you would have moved it by 4 months. You would have moved it by whatever. And I don't know why they're coming up with this BS story. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, you know what? We just feel that Godzilla X Kong looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. We think our movie's going to be really good, but we recognize that, you know what? We're going after kind of a lot of the same demographic. It'd be best in both of our interests if we separate it out by a couple weeks, and they moved it 6 weeks. You're not losing face. There's nothing wrong with that. That makes a lot of sense. That's good business prowess, Rob. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just being overly cynical, but I think this line they're giving, oh, we just needed the extra time to make the movie great. The movie's 2 years away. Give me a break. They moved it because they didn't want to open on the same day as Kong, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Anyway, what do you think about this?
I think they're scared of aliens. I think that it's called Supernova for a reason, dude. They're going to bring the controller from Planet X in. There's going to be flying saucers all over the Earth, is where there should be. That's what I want. There's no other way. There's no other place for those people to go. Forget the cursed Earth. Forget the center of the Earth. Space. That's why it's called Supernova. They're going to want Godzilla, Invasion of the Astro Monsters, one of my favorite Godzilla films. They're going to bring that back. Hey, the controller was in Godzilla Final Wars. It's time. And that's what they're afraid of. Fantasy opposed to science fiction.
But see,
aliens, John.
I don't think it would have been any problem. Look, I would have no doubt in the world that Sony, and it's Warner Brothers behind Godzilla X Kong, right?
Yeah.
If Sony and Warner Brothers simply got on the phone and say, hey, look, like we're both going after the same demographic, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they flipped a coin and one of them moved. I just don't see anything wrong with saying, hey, you know what? We decided to budget. And by the way, May 7th is a better release date than March.
It is better. But, you know, it could be a Japanese thing. You could have had the Prime Minister of Japan going, we love Zelda and we love Godzilla.
But I'm on family vacation on this week.
Yeah, you're
Move it
going to need to move off that date. No, but I think that moving Zelda into May, it's a way better date. I mean, Kong, the thing about the Godzilla, the MonsterVerse films is they now have staked out their territory.
Yes.
And they've been doing well. You know, you move away from a known quantity. So I think May, all you have to do is we're moving it deeper into the summer movie season.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's a problem. As a matter of fact, I think it's a good thing for both movies.
It's 100. Listen, I think
You're
there's
catering
nobody
to the same audience.
there is nobody happier about this than the people behind Godzilla X Kong. They're thrilled. They love this because now they've got their own date. Zelda's got their own date. And I'll tell you what, I am unapologetically extremely excited about, well, obviously Godzilla X Kong, but also about this new live action Zelda. And I know there's still some debate going on about whether they made the right decision to go live action instead of animated. I am 100% behind the decision. I remember we would talk when there was rumors going around that they were going to announce a Zelda movie, and we would discuss, should they do it live action? Should they do it animated? I was 100%. They should absolutely do it live action. This could be epic. This could look glorious. This could be visually spectacular.
Yeah.
I just think it's the right thing to do. If you wanted to make it more of a comedy sort of thing like Mario Brothers, then yeah, do it animated. But I think the potential here to do something great
and enchanting and really transportive.
Yes.
I mean, it depends if they have that vision and they got the creator of the game involved. So, we saw how that worked. The creator of One Piece working on the live action. I mean, there's a Japanese sensibility that makes these things what they are in the first place that we don't have in the West. I'm always talking about a sense of whimsy, a sense of there's a quality that we just don't have. And the fact that you're retaining these creators when these things are brought into the West is the smartest thing in the world. That's why they need to bring the controller. They need to bring aliens into Godzilla.
Still with the aliens.
Come on, if they're not the Mysterians, they've got to be. I mean, the Godzilla franchise has a long tradition of aliens.
Yeah, they do. Not the North
High
American
Sierra
ones,
has
but
aliens. Come on.
We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Stitch Fix. Guys, you know I love movies, but you also know I have absolutely no fashion sense, and I absolutely hate shopping for my clothes. But thankfully, I have found a better way. Stitch Fix online personal styling makes it easy. With Stitch Fix, I get a stylist who understands my style, size, and budget, and they do all the shopping for me. Because look, shopping and figuring out style can be overwhelming, especially for somebody like me. When it comes to getting dressed, I don't even know where to start, to be honest. That's why I love having a Stitch Fix stylist. They really know what works for me. I get pieces that make me look great, and it's a real confidence boost. You just give your stylist your size, style, and budget preferences. You get to order boxes when you want and how you want, no subscription required. They send you personalized pieces, and the fit is always on point. No stores, no crowds, no stress. Just personalized looks that you will love. So guys, make style easy. Get started today at stitchfix.com/Campea. That's stitchfix.com/Campea. All right, guys, question is for you. Zelda has been delayed by 6 weeks. Sony's and Nintendo is claiming it's because they needed more time to work on the film. I've never heard of a film being delayed by 6 weeks because they needed more time to work on it. They moved it because them and Godzilla and Kong didn't want to open on the same date. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Are you looking forward to the movie? I know I certainly am. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.